Well, aloha. It's Friday. Well, it's June 6th. Can you believe it? First week of June. And aloha. So, weather's going to be beautiful this weekend. Go out and look at houses. You know, take a look at what you may want. Summer is getting ready to start. Most of the kids, I think, are out of school now. So, it's a good time to go look at homes if you're interested. But one of the things we need to talk about is today's mortgage rate and helping you understand what's going on. So, a lot of buyers I've noticed are pressing pause on their plans these days, holding out hope that mortgage rates will come down, maybe even back to historic low 3% from a few years ago. But here's the thing, those rates were never meant to last. They were a short term response to a very specific moment in time. And as the market finds its footing again, it's time to reset expectations. Back in 2021, 3% mortgage rates gave buyers a serious boost, more affordability, more buying power, more opportunity. But those rates were a result of the emergency economic policies during the height of the global pandemic. And now the economy is in a different place. We're seeing mortgage rates in the high 6 to low 7% range. People were remote working, there was turnover, and we had to have some stimulus in there. While experts currently project a slight easing in the months ahead, hopefully, once things settle down with what's going on in the economy, most industry leaders agree rates are not going back to 3%. Instead, many forecasts suggest mortgage rates will settle in the mid-6 range by the end of the year, pending any economic shifts. As Kara Ng, she's a senior economist at Zillow, said, while Zillow expects mortgage rates to end the year near mid-6%, barring any unforeseen shocks, that path may be bumpy. With what's going on with the government and with tariffs and negotiations with China and the war in Ukraine and the Soviet Union, who knows? There's a lot of uncertainty, which makes the market go up and down, or right now, make it sort of go down. Basically, waiting for 3% rates might mean waiting longer than you'd expect and missing out along the way instead of putting off home buying indefinitely. Make a plan to get there and focus on what you can control. Your budget, your credit, working with a trusted professional who can explain exactly what's happening in the current market and how to navigate it. Me, being your local real estate agent, and I've got a very trusted lender and Kevin Kerr, make all the difference in this process. The experts, we have insights into down payment assistance program, alternative financing options, negotiating strategies, and overall, the experience you need on your side to understand creative ways that can make your plan work. And here's the biggest thing to keep in mind. Since rates are projected to ease slightly later this year, if that happens, it could bring some buyers back into the market. Acting now gives you a head start, especially with more homes on the market than we've seen in years. Actually, there's more homes on the market now than there was pre-pandemic. Think about it. If mortgage rates do come down, what do you think everyone else is going to do? That's right. They're going to jump back into it. So get ahead of the rush. That puts you in a stronger position to find the right home with less competition. Realtor.com summed it up saying, staying out of the market in hopes of a rate drop that never comes can lead to missed opportunities. Rising home prices, rent increases, and inflation might outpace any future savings on the interest. And if rates do fall sharply again, buyers can face an entirely different challenge, surging competition. So bottom line, those 3% everyone remembers from a few years ago were the exception, not the rule. Now that we're settling into new territory. It's a good time to adjust your expectations and learn more about what things are headed this way with the market shifting. Contact me. We can discuss it. I've got a great trusted lender, and we can help you through this. Remember, home prices go up, average about 4% a year. You marry the price of the house that you buy, but you only date the interest rate. If interest rates fall, we can refinance. But home prices are traditionally not going to fall. They've always gone up. So let's get into that market. If you're interested, we can find you a way in. All right. Well, this is Jamie Barber with Jamie Barber Homes. So you have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Beautiful weather. Go look at homes. Kids are going to be out of school, summer vacations. So, and if you're interested in selling, remember, people are going to be looking. All right. Well, you have a great weekend. And don't forget, it's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Well, of course, unless you're in retail sales, you're in hospitality, or you're in real estate, then we're working this weekend. All right, now, have a great weekend, and aloha. See you next week. You can contact me. My information's in the comments below. All right, now, bye-bye.